Oh, welcome boys and girls, welcome back to my castle. It's King Bernard here, and it's the castle of the king. I've got another story for you. Let me tell you right now. This is a story about a king and three very brave men, all with really strange names. The king's name is Nebuchadnezzar, and the three men were known as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They lived in a place called Babylon, and the three men worked for the king and had really important jobs. One day the king decided to build a huge statue made of gold that stood 90 feet high. To understand how tall this is, imagine 15 tall men all standing one on top of the other to make a tall tower. It was really big! King Nebuchadnezzar then made an announcement.
People of all languages, when you hear the music, you must bow down and worship the statue, because I have said so. Whoever does not obey and worship the statue will immediately be thrown into a fiery furnace.
The problem with this is God does not want us to worship anything or anyone other than Him. After all, He is God. He made us and He loves us so much. He came to earth and died for us, and He cares about every little thing in our lives. Why would we want to pray or worship something that isn't real? Something that can't answer our prayers or help us? To worship a big pile of gold like the one that King Nebuchadnezzar set up is just silly. So the next time the music played, everyone stopped what they were doing and they bowed down to worship this statue. Everyone, that is, except for Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego. Some of the king's workers that were jealous that Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego had such good jobs saw that they would not bow down to the image, so they immediately ran to the king. "Oh king, oh king!" When King Nebuchadnezzar heard the news, he was so angry. He immediately ordered that Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego be brought to him to explain their actions. The men were brought before the king, and Nebuchadnezzar said to them,
Is it true, Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, that you will not bow down and worship the image of gold that I have made? Just in case there was a mistake, I will give you another chance. When the music plays again, you must bow down to the statue, and if you don't this time, you will be thrown into the fiery furnace.
Oh dear. Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego looked at each other, and they replied, "O King Nebuchadnezzar, we did not make a mistake, nor will we apologise for not bowing down. If we are thrown into the furnace, the God we worship, the one true God, He will save us and He will rescue us." Well, that made King Nebuchadnezzar even more angry. Right away he ordered the furnace to be heated way hotter than it already was, and commanded some of the strongest soldiers to take Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego and throw them into the fire. So the soldiers took the three men just as they were, straight to the furnace, and pushed Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego into the hot, hot fire. The king Nebuchadnezzar jumped to his feet in amazement and asked his advisors,
Excuse me, weren't there only 3 men thrown into the fire?
They replied,
Oh yes, king. He said, Look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, untied and unhurt, and the 4th looks like some kind of angel.
Nebuchadnezzar then came as close as he could to the furnace and shouted in the doorway,
Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, follower of the Most High God, come out, come here.
So the 3 men walked out of the furnace without any burns, no hairs on their head burned, all their clothes perfectly fine, and no smell of fire on them at all. At that moment, Nebuchadnezzar knew that they worshipped a real God, not some fake statue. God had sent an angel to protect them from harm. And even more importantly, the king realized that they truly believed and trusted in a true God. God had saved them. So from that day on, the king made another announcement that all people everywhere worshipped God, the real God, the one true God. And the king gave the three men, Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, even better jobs than they already had for the province of Babylon. There we go, boys and girls. Nice to see you. Take care. See you soon. Bye.